Excellent. Oh,
Whenever you're ready, Moss.
need to share the link so that people can read along. Recaps. Boop. Let's see. Wake Session Summary 1 includes Session 13 and Session 14. Cramped looping cursive fills the page of the well-loved journal. Little notes and reminders, asides, and humorous commentary fill the margins and borders of each page. A shimmery green ribbon frayed at the edges marks the most recent entry. In large letters, the words "Prepare Sending" take up the margin. Today's current date is just underneath, as well as 517 SMT. Dearest Journal, well, today has been quite exciting. We seem to be getting a lot of those recently, haven't we? I can't really complain. It certainly makes... The words are carefully blotted out with ink here, making it nearly impossible to read. Everyday interesting. I hadn't had time until now, of course, but earlier today we fought and killed a giant worm. It had teeth, and it burrowed up from the sand. Have I encountered one of those before? I can't... Another blotch, smaller, supposedly covering a single word or perhaps two smaller words. Note to self, ask Tig if small worms have teeth. Unfortunately, it had killed two of the town guards. Lady of Death, guard their souls, poor dears. I spoke the rights to help them pass on. Hopefully my colleagues in town will be able to help their families more thoroughly. But with the worm dead as well as one of the two onkegs... Oh, that's right, there were two onkegs. We trussed up the remaining onkeg and took it with us. Seamus had carved the necromantic symbol partially into the creature's flesh? Carapace? And did quite an impressive magical something. To be honest, dear journal, it was a tad disconcerting to watch. Fascinating. Concerning. Currently, Tig, Yuri, and I, as well as the others, are resting in the shade while we wait for nightfall. It's been quite some time, I believe, since I've had to lay misguided spirits to rest like this, but sometimes the dead can't be reasoned with. All I can do is try to make their passing... repassing? They are already dead after all. As painless as possible. Preparations are almost complete. Rithor is doing something to a rock. I will write more later. Another journal entry with the same date as the one above it. The spirits were returned to the mockingbird's count. And though some of our number were injured, we did not suffer any permanent losses. Yuri came very close, however. Seamus is also not doing well. He cast something, and it's hard to say what happened exactly. The bottom corner of the page is curled heavily in on itself, as if the writer had been worrying it. Thanks be, for it was not yet his time.
Okay. Yeah, go back into it.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, some of the ways that you were the intonation that you were speaking in, I was like, this feels like I'm watching like the first episode of a slice of life magical girl anime. The main character is giving
That was
us...
kind of
Oh,
kind of the
wow,
vibe.
yeah.
That was kind of the vibe I was going for, because whenever I think of Wake, I think of like just like a little anime girl with like the little flowers around the head,
Yeah.
as they're sort of like, ooh woo, hi everyone, hi Jupe.
Wake's entire like vibe reminds me of the Christian girl from Ghost Stories.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Well,
It's a really good.
I'll show you a clip of it. The short version is that Ghost Stories bombed so badly, the English dub said,
I
"Go
know
for
what you
it."
mean. The dub was whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they wanted.
But
Oh! Okay, yeah, the fucking rabbit.
Her soul is free, and now she can go to the light of Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah,
Touch me.
a little
Touch
bit.
me harder.
But alright. Coming back into it because we don't have a lot of time for session.
Yeah.
This will be the last Saturday or Friday for a bit. That like I personally have to go to bed early for until I figure out if my next class is actually fucking happening or not.
Yeah. And because
Let's
we
get into it
often on Fridays have to do sort of a hard cut around 11. If only for Maz, sometimes for you, Parm, maybe. You want to try aiming start it closer to 9 rather than 9:30, but
I would
People
like
s-
that very much.
Yeah.
please.
schedules are schedules. But yeah, coming back into it, you guys are in the desert having taken down the ghosts. Yuri is back up, though I believe still pretty badly injured.
No, actually my health is at 28 of 52 now.
Yeah,
thanks
'cause
for
I-
leveling up.
Right.
I
You-
dumped healing, and you get max healing if you're unconscious.
Yay!
But, yeah, come back into it. You're in the desert. It is still night, so it is this cool, very, like, it is cold. Now that, like, sort of the adrenaline of the battle is fading, it is still nighttime in a desert, so it is still very cold. Like, you can see your breath misting in the air, sort of a thing. Yeah, but you all are feeling a bit stronger after the fight.
Maybe
Is
just a little
everyone
bit
alright?
taller.